Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Oh, adorations to the sun, Surya Narayan. It's always have to get that darshan of Surya Narayan, because what happens then? We feel the warmth and the brightness, a feeling of happiness. But when the sun is not out, we feel that little, because the weakness in us, that we're looking for that outside strength. But this morning we've got the darshan of Surya Narayan. Okay, let's chant some Gita Dhyanam and do it in a meditative way. Om Partaya Pratibhoditam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kratitam Puranamuni Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadayinim Amba Tvam Anusantatani Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Namo Astate Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Polala Vindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Tutra Vetraika Panaye Jnanamudraye Krishnaya Gitam Ritam Duhe Namah Sarvopanishado Gavo Dugda Gopala Nandana Partha Vatsa Sudhir Bhukta Dugdam Gitam Ritam Mahat Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansa Chanura Maradhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalya Gravati Kripena Bahuni Karnena Vela Kulam Aswatama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirana Kalu Pandavairana Nadi Kaivartakaha Keshava Parashaya Vacha Saroja Mamalam Gitarta Gandat Katam Nana Kyana Nakesharam Harikata Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Satpataira Haraha Pepiyamana Mudha Bhuyata Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradambasina Sreyasi Mokang Karoti Vachalam Pangung Langayati Girim Yat Kripatamaham Bande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rutra Maruta Stunivanti Divyaistave Vedaya Sangha Parakramopanishadai Gayanti Yang Samagaha Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yang Yogino Yashyantam Navido Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namo Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namo Namaha. Gita Dhyanam, adorations and invocation before we chant Bhagavad Gita and get the message, the divine message of Lord Krishna. This is so important, this Gita Dhyanam. It puts us in that state of meditation. It puts us in the state of silencing the mind. And this way we will be speaking the language of the Lord, silence. And now that we have done that, well, yesterday was a very beautiful day for me. Got some nice phone call. I got one last night from our headmaster, Sir Yadav, in Nepal ashram. And he's all excited because there's some movement. More boys are coming back from the dormitory to the dormitory. They've gone into the villages, and with precaution we are bringing them back in. And he spoke about one teacher. During the COVID time, we would have paid the teachers, and one of them, she came yesterday and she collected her pay, and she was so happy. Because it's our responsibility. All the teachers that work there in our ashram in Nepal, or they should get their sustenance. And this is the duty of the ashram. Now our Saryadav is there. He's a family man, but he has worked so hard, and he's bring the ashram together and improve it, and now it's in a state where it's progressive until the next project. But, he's saying, oh, Swamiji, collections are pretty good now. People are bringing in, and we can do more work. And we can help our students more who are needing them, although they're not inside the school. And we can help the neighborhood by food distribution. So that's a welcome sign. And devotees, this is what religion is all about. This is what human beings are all about. That when we sacrifice and we look out for the welfare of others, this is what Krishna Bhagavan is asking us to do. And Swami Parameshananda by creating the BHARAT SEVASHRAM Sheng, and so many disciples all over the world. Monks and disciples, they're hand in hand, side by side. They're working for the welfare of society. And this is what is so necessary. Because when we sacrifice our money, and we sacrifice our time, and we sacrifice our intelligence, this is the biggest sacrifice that we can make. Ashrams are not just for pravachan. That is a necessity, but it has to be expanded. I can remember America SEVASHRAM Shem when we came. Very quickly we had so many sevas going. And that was what would have brought the delight of everyone and the happiness of everyone. Because when we see others thrive through our efforts, then we feel good. Swami Parameshananda Ji was a strong believer that's why he created a Hindu college and primary school in Guyana. And that center is vibrant, 20 acres of land, and so vibrant. And so wherever there are activities in the ashram, I can remember our brahmachari Cheshung in Assam. He's a local brahmachari, and he was telling me, I visited him twice, and he's flourishing now, and I visited him twice, and his ashram is flourishing, and 400 children are there now, observing on the rules of distancing and wearing masks, because we cannot stop education. We see in America how it's causing a lot of troubles already, I'm sure all over the world. But this, without children not going to school, this is causing a lot of psychological breakdown in the family, and child abuse, and all kinds of negativism, social negativisms are coming out of this. So this is so important that in these times that we be innovative. And I'm glad to say that I've described just now our ashrams in Nepal and Assam. And we're trying to get more of our centers to be like this. So, because when, I've listened to people, many people, they accumulate their money and they're thinking, oh, I'll need it in my old age. Well, and there's so much more than they will ever think, because there's a steady income coming from, government benefits. This kind of a thing is what we call sin. Swami Parameshananda would have said, what are real sins? Weakness, fear, cowardice, meanness, and selfishness. That when we have that selfishness, that is the biggest sin, as you could see Swami Parameshananda would have said. So, if you want happiness, give with the faith, the Shraddha, that the more you give, the more you'll get. But if you hoard, and you only give, like one lady was telling me, oh, I give to my relatives, I give to my, the close ones. Well, that is selfishness too. Why, Bharat SEVASHRAM saying we don't have who we give and who we gift and who we don't give to. It's a social religious organization, non-political. And I can remember the tribal welfare, there's no class high and lower. We go and we serve all. Because when you come to the conclusion that God, 5 elements make up our body, and the life force in us is God. So everything in us is God. How could we not see God in all of this? So this morning, it's a good message. I'm so happy. And I know things will progress nicely. And please, think of how you can help someone. Don't wait until you're sick or you get old, then you want to help, because that will be too late. You won't get the benefit of it all. Yes, grow your children, educate them. This is the biggest asset you can give to them. Make them independent. When they're educated morally and spiritually, religiously, then they would not just be making a living, but they'll be living a life. And their human effort and the foundation you give them with that education, then they will springboard into life. And life will be such a beautiful thing. That is the best thing. So don't think, okay, I'm going to give my money to my children. No, the biggest giving that you give to children is to educate them in all facets of life. And this is the message that is so powerful, is all-inclusive. And, we pay adorations to Swami, to all the great gurus, Swami, Guru Maharaj, Swami Parameshananda Maharaj. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Param, Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. King Bharat, when he would have ruled for so many years in our ancient in India, he would have made all his subjects happy. And then when he came to the point, and he said he got fed up with it, and he says, how long will I be doing this? And he just turned over everything to the heir of the kingdom, and he went into the forest and sat by the riverside, and he would have, next to the holy ones, and he would have done meditation. And his wife very sincerely said, I'll join you, but I would not be a disturbance to you. I'm there, and we'll be living that life, that independent life, that 100% will be dedicated to our moksha liberation. We must all think like that when we grow old also. We have to say we're fed up with all of this, and the transition, the attention and importance will be on our relationship to God. We want to be like you. Our prayer should be, I want to know who you are. We stop the complaining and begging. We stop the, give me the strength to go through life. Those prayers, those are lower prayers. Oh, I want a darshan of you. Okay, that's all right. But the biggest thing is God, Guru Maharaj, Krishna, Buddha, the Christ, all the great gurus, Lord Shiva, help me to rediscover that I am a liberated soul already. Let me remove the bonds, the barriers of body, mind, intellect, and ego, and I'll be free. So this morning, take blessings. Open your heart, open your mind, expand your mind. Break all the bonds. Let your consciousness expand in all directions. And this way you'll become Satchidanand, truth, consciousness, and bliss. You'll be omnipotent, all-powerful. You'll be omniscient, all-knowing. You'll be all-pervading. You're existing all over the universe. So this is the good message. Isn't it so powerful? Let us all chant little Guru Kripahi Kevalam, Guru Kripahi Kevalam, Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam, Guru Kripahi Kevalam, Guru Kripahi Kevalam, Guru Kripahi Kevalam. All know to the grace of the Guru that you can transcend these limitations. So take that blessings, and I hope you have a very beautiful day And blessings to all our ashrams and our Swami Suryadav, Brahmachari Cheshang, and all the monks of Bharat Sevashram Singh and devotees, and all well-wishers. We are all the same. We are not different. We are all moving towards our moksha as one body. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.